Hello everyone, Sicerian Priestess with you. Hope this finds you well. In today's reading, I am going to think about boundaries because the first card that flipped out in no time from the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck was the Boundaries card, the Porcupine and Anemone. So really sweet card. So let's ask the Babylonian Tarot, how do we communicate our boundaries? So here we start off with the Three of Discs coupled with the Three of Swords. And in the row below we have the Five of Arrows and the Six of Wands card with the Four of Pentacles in the shadow. So what I can see here is you are someone who is very diligent, you're a very hard worker, and you like working with others. You really do. And your approach to work sometimes, most of the time, is to help you heal or cover up your deep wounds about yourself. Deep wounds really are not as dramatic as it sounds. Everybody has a level of childhood psychological wounding. It could be anything from not being shown the love and respect that you deserved, to actually being abused and neglected, to actual crisis, having to flee conflict, war, being separated from family. So a lot of us do have some terrible stories in our past, which is the Three of Swords card. And this Sorrow card doesn't mean we walk around wearing our heart on our sleeve. Some people do, but most of us do not. But when it shows up, it can show that we're operating from the place of woundedness. So a question I would encourage you to ask is, when you interface with others, because I see the Five of Swords, and that's sort of like some sort of antagonistic conflict card. It might be internal. So if you're not at odds with someone right now, perhaps you're at odds with something in your own mind. And this at oddness is probably related to something in your past that sort of haunts you. It's not that you can't get over it. It's not that you haven't healed from it. I think most humans are remarkably resilient and amazing people. I work with those people every day in my day job. I support forcibly displaced young people from around the world settle in a new country. And so I have seen firsthand how resilient humans are. There is a minority that doesn't make it. That's okay. That happens regardless. The majority of us, though, we live and work and build and create beautiful lives. The message here is, be careful that the boundaries that you set with others, or even for your own self, are not based on some old fear that something that happened in the past will happen again. Because I think stuff that happens in the past really does actually leave an indelible mark upon us, upon our psyche. Something that, as much as we think didn't affect us that badly, actually did. And it can influence some of our decisions unconsciously. The Six of Wands at the end shows me you don't have to protect yourself so much. You don't have to. You're okay. Ace of Cups and the Eight of Sorrows, I was going to say. The Eight of Swords. So there is a healing that is wanting to come to you. Here it's called the fertility card. How nice. So This healing, this nourishment, this fertility is this cup that is going to be offered to you. And you're not going to know what to do with it because you're so locked in a cycle of self-protection so that you don't get hurt again. So, I wasn't expecting this from this reading, but it looks like you're overdoing it with your boundaries potentially. Let me know in the comments, are you blocking people out? Here we have Ishtar descending to the underworld, the Seven of Wands card. That sort of kind of affirms that last message to me. Are you so defensive that you don't want others to come near you? Because, there are boundaries and then there is self-isolation. And I lived many years in self-isolation. I don't recommend it. It's good for study, but it's not good for self-growth and community growth, and it will stunt your growth. And I think a lot of people that I meet in this day and age have a real arrested development because they spent 10 years hiding in their bedroom, quote unquote, healing. Okay, last cut out, the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like someone's about to approach you. And the Justice card. You're about to right a wrong. You're about to meet with another. There's going to be a dialogue with another, a meeting, a contract signing, a wedding proposal, marriage proposal potentially, a work contract proposal. Justice card is often, it can mean righting wrongs and coming together, making peace, let's say. Can also be very practical, like some sort of contract that you need to read or sign or commit to. It could be as simple as enrolling into a course or enrolling into a group, registering for something. I see that. There is going to be some sort of offer from the community, from another person or another group of people that's going to call you out of this rest or out of this self-isolation that you've been kind of indulging in so that you can quote unquote heal your wounds. That time is over. And I think the core of this reading is maybe do you need to renegotiate your boundaries or review them? Any last messages? Yeah. I do feel for you. I do get a sense that you really have been hurt before. The Hierophant card and the Five of Discs. There's the number 5 coming up twice, and we had the 5 of Swords, so 3 5s. There's major change coming for you. Major change, and it's going to be really uncomfortable. I'm getting 5 months, 5 years, 5 weeks. So 5 of Swords can be 5 weeks, 5 of Pentacles, 5 years. What happened 5 years ago? Maybe go back there. Or next question, where do you want to be in 5 years? And what sort of advice can you get? Because the Hierophant and the Justice card can also be a learned person within an institution that can help you somehow. Some of you might actually be recovering from a divorce or a split, because we did have the 3 of Arrows, the 5 of Arrows. So my condolences. A divorce is a very heinous process. And I see lawyers here, the institution here, so yeah, that could be your story. But even if it is, you're at a place of really redefining your boundaries now. The warning here is don't define them so well that you lock people out. So let me know if this resonated. Bit of a heavy one today. I would kindly like to ask you to leave a like to this video. It means a lot. And as always, I will leave you with my love and courage until we meet again. Bye for now.